Okay, one moment, boys and girls, while I just go to record. It's already recording. So, welcome back to the stream. I know it's been a while since I've done some streaming because I've been away. This is going to be a short one, boys and girls, because, because I am a tired boy. I've just been travelling all day for work tomorrow, and I want to just get an hour in to say hello. One second, boys. I'm just getting back into the motion of streaming. It's been a while. Yeah, but I just want to say I'm back, really. I have been looking at the YouTube watches. And I'm just double checking now to make sure the audio and that's fine. Which it appears not to be. So I'm going to it doesn't appear to be too good actually right now. Actually, it appears to be pretty bad. Appears to be pretty bad, if I'm honest. So really, I'm trying to set up some new sort of devices for the streaming. So I did notice that streaming was pretty bad at some stages, especially with lots of timeouts and dropouts. That's because I was being off the Wi-Fi. But now I'm going off an Ethernet cable, so hopefully that's a bit better and you'll get less cutouts. So we're going to give it a go of this. If your audio is bad, just give me a shout. But I think it's going to be okay. I think we're going to be fine. But yeah, I just want to give an hour to be back, and I'm just going to take a check. Yep. So really, I just took a look at some of the YouTube videos, and it appears that you guys are really happy with the Grand Tactician videos, so I think I'll just continue this for today, but then I'm going to only play for about an hour or so before I go to bed, so you'll probably have one key battle and then that'll be me off. Hopefully the audio is good. Probably not the best to test out the audio on this stream. In fact, I had a bit of a problem with it. I was off stream testing the audio and I kept having this awful echo. And it turns out there was this app called Sonic Studio that was on amplifying my audio, quote unquote improving it, when in fact all it was doing was destroying it. So I had to turn that bad boy off. At first I thought it was the Ethernet cable screwing things up, or maybe the thunderstorm outside, but no, it wasn't. It was just an app trying to be helpful when in fact it was being rather useless. So we'll continue this on and continue on the campaign. If I can find the saved games. And we'll have an hour, so we'll do the Battle of Richmond and then we'll finish for the day. Just to see how it's going. I'll have to remember for myself what was going on as well. Yep, if it doesn't work, I'll probably keep that save game in case the audio is absolutely awful. But fingers crossed it isn't. But yeah, apparently that audio is much better than Ethernet cable. Before we had a lot more. It's more grainy, but apparently it appears rather good right now. Also means being able to get that 5,000 kilobytes per constant bitrate as opposed to the variable bitrate, but we'll see how it works. Fingers crossed the Ethernet cable is going to be a godsend for everyone involved, and we're going to have a nice, good couple of good hour of gaming and hopefully quicker uploads as well. So some of the worst, I think it was quite bad at night time trying to get to sleep with this fucking with the laptop on constantly with fans whirring away, especially at work. But I enjoyed my time off work. It's been really nice. I actually bought and played Resident Evil Village. Quite enjoyed it actually. It's very different from the other Resident Evil games. It's bittersweet because I did like the old style of the Resident Evil games, but the new style isn't too bad either. It's different, but But it's a good game, but it's not old Resident Evil. But then again, I enjoyed Resident Evil 4, and I think games do have to evolve a little bit. Perhaps it's not bad. It's just different, you know. It's just different. But where were we? So we were about to get into the Battle of Richmond, weren't we? Fingers crossed. Yeah, graphics seems fine. And what else was going on? So I actually have to remember what the fuck I was doing this entire time. Hopefully these guys weren't going to retreat anytime soon. I may have loaded the wrong autosave. Fingers crossed I haven't. But it looks like we had conversion in Richmond, and we were about to have a big old battle with Grant taking the lead with okay readiness. But running out of supplies because of the previous battle. And over here, I'm going to zoom out. Over here, we've got a couple of forts, but it's moving progressively further and further down to hopefully eventually get to Vicksburg. And what else? What else was I actually doing? Oh yeah, I was moving this guy over to Memphis so we could start splitting the Confederacy in two. And over on the west, I've got a standing army just chilling under Custer. I don't think these armies are going to be doing anything anytime soon because this was with the recent patch, and maybe these armies are bugged. I may have to shift them over because they're probably on low readiness and able to move. So I may actually have to give the AI a favour here and give them a nudge. But hopefully it's just the right save, and we'll have that big battle for Richmond. And that will end the day as a sort of hello goodbye, so to speak. Fingers crossed. What have we got? Is this the wrong save? I think it is. Come back. I think it is the wrong save. Let's exit that and reload the save. Ah, yes. Nothing like mediocrity. Nothing like a mediocre stream to tick the boxes. That's one thing I would recommend in this, to delete old saves, because you can't really change the names of the saves, and so you end up with a load of saves thinking, when on earth did I start? And it can be a bit of a problem. Ugh. So what were we doing? I bet I see that battle come up now, boys. I'll be a bit fed up. Better not let me down, game. Now my desk is covered in wires. I've got the Ethernet wire, I've got the mic wire, I've got the laptop charging wire, I've got the iPad wire. There's wires everywhere. A never-ending army of wires. I've got the mouse wire. Really, it is a rodent's wet dream. But suppose so. Strategy Sunday, we're going to be doing Rome Remastered, because I know that's just came out. I do have my own opinion on that, but I'll probably go into more detail about it on Sunday. And I think I'll be playing a bit of Resident Evil Village. I also need to finish Unity of Command. That's another thing. Too many in the backlog. That's what you get when you've got a full-time job. You just have too many games and you haven't got enough time to finish them all. So we have a lot of fed up people like, what, you know, why have we not finished this Let's Play? I mean, the Dark Souls 2 Let's Play is dead, and the Attila Let's Play is also pretty dead. I think I uninstalled Attila. I was like, yeah, I'm done with that game. So if you're both rapidly looking forward to continuing that, you're sadly going to be disappointed. Here we go. So here's something I was a tad worried about, because sometimes you can sort of do a reload cheese, where if you save again and reload, it sometimes changes what armies are reinforcing. Fortunately for me, it looks like most of the armies are reinforcing, but I've had occasions where I've reloaded a save where it'd be 100,000 versus 100,000. It becomes 100,000 versus 10,000 because the game's reloaded the enemies marching and all that jazz, so they don't have older cores going into battle. I still think this will be the last battle for Richmond, and once we've fought this, I reckon we'll take it, and hopefully it'll be a case of just keeping a supply line open here long enough to keep these armies recharged before I can start moving down further south. It's May 1863. Gosh, a long time. I thought it was a bit early in the battle. I may have to start doing a Sherman Special and start raising Confederate lands, but we'll hopefully not have to get into that. So 126 cannons versus my 205. Still got a lot of superiority. If I'm honest, still very, very strong Union, but I think Union is sort of the easy mode for this game. If you want to play more of a harder time, I would definitely recommend Confederacy, but there's so many ways to cheese that you can, of course, cheese as Confederacy and attack early and that sort of thing, but I think with a new readiness system, hopefully that's stops that sort of level of YOLO up into Union territory. Yes, I do like that Ethnic cable. At first I was very upset with Ethnic cable. I thought it was screwing up my audio. I was like, oh, damn you game. Damn you, better connection. But hopefully you don't get any more cutouts. I mean, now I'm on a silky smooth 5,000 kilobytes per second, which is nice. Before I was on 3,500 and 4,500. But problem with Wi-Fi is that there's so many competing devices that it does reduce the quality of your stream. So I would recommend, if you're going to be a quote-unquote serious streamer, if you're going to be a big boy and get your high-level stream out, I would recommend definitely connect to Ethernet. That's where you get the most out of your money's worth. So what have we got? What's this situation? First Army, okay, more or less same map. Enemy reinforcing from Old Cold Harbour. And that's where they're going to be coming from, and that's where most of the capture points are. So the first thing I will want to do is get my army. As per usual, you know the drill. You know how I like to do my armies. Make sure I keep them on long range. Sometimes the AI will just do its own thing and have it. The commanders will bring it to short range regardless. But hopefully it doesn't happen to us. So my cannons, we're going to move over here. Like so, and then we're going to give the orders. So let us begin. So the first division, is over here, the 1st Brigade, or 6th Division. What do I actually want to do here? I suppose we'll just repeat what we did before and move the left flank as per usual. Okay, what's my next bad boy? There you are. 2nd Division over here. Ugh. And 1st Division, we're going to be rather loose with our divisions right now. No 2nd Cavalry. Oh, if it does not like the... I may actually have to reduce my settings a little bit. It is playing up a tiny teensy bit. I may have to end the stream and restart, which is not going to be good. Not going to be good at all. But fingers crossed it doesn't die. One can dream. I can dream, Harold. Yep, so we sent our orders out. And already my boys are kicking off. Who's upset? B. Richardson, why are you fed up? Who's your commander? Sherman. Tyler. Apparently Tyler's not, doesn't earn the respect of some of my brigade commanders. So they're going to be heading off and doing their own thing. Oh wait, and the cannons. The cannons can just move themselves down like that. And we've already got one router, which was cavalry under George E. Spencer. You're cut off because you've abandoned us, Spencer. What are you doing, Spencer? Well, hopefully that's not a recurring thing with Spencer. One can dream. Let's see, am I getting any cutouts? Apparently not. Apparently I'm not getting no cutouts from my stream, but I don't believe you. I do believe you, game. I don't believe you, Streamlabs OBS. I believe you're lying to me. Yeah, I had to use a USB-C adapter to Ethernet because there's no Ethernet connector on the old laptop. But hey-ho. At least they're quick. They're quick disconnects, you know. Still, I may reduce it to 4,000 kilobytes per second, just out of kindness, so to speak, because it still makes me paranoid when I do get dropouts in my stream. It's like, bruh. I suppose we'll find out. And worst case scenario, I'll just upload this to YouTube. It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bro. I suppose I'd have to edit 2 videos together, but it's a lot of effort for a half-assed streamer such as myself to edit 2 things together. Like, yeah, a lot of effort to put two videos together alongside one by one. It would break me. So as a second, I'm going to wait for that to get formed up before I use it, because there's going to be chaos while the army moves in. Actually, because I'm paranoid, I am going to end stream, and you know what? I'm going to end the stream, change the settings, and let's make sure I am not losing any bitrate. I mean, let's go to Twitch test. Twitch test.exe. Okay, London. Let's see, what have we got for me? I don't know. I don't know, bros. You thought you'd come here for a massive battery. Let's come here for inept streamers doing their bitrate tests. What's the problem, Big Shags? Okay, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. It is, unfortunately, it may be a product of, he says, it may be actually, it might be the Twitch servers. It may in fact be the good old Twitch servers. Come on, Twitch servers. Don't let me down, boys. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just keep going. And worst case scenario, I'll change the setting next stream. The video is still going, so I'm not going to be too worried just yet. So if you do fancy rewatching or wanting to actually get a full uninterrupted stream, then I highly recommend you go to the YouTube channel instead. Yes, this is one of the more successful videos or series, rather amusingly. But this is something I was just doing part time. But hey ho, I'm not going to be too anal. I'm just going to do my own thing. I thought now I'm sort of obligated to stream this because of what so many people. Well, a considerable amount of people have watched this, so I feel a bit guilty now, going like, you know what, I'm not going to continue streaming this. I think I'll follow it through to the end, until I know I've got a good, healthy victory. So what we got? Even more men, never-ending army. There's too many men. You gonna break on me? Yes, just about. You can do it. You can do it. Can you do it? Oof, you just about managed it. Oh, well done. I'm so proud of you, game. The game's having a little breakdown because of how excessively large the forces are right now. I think altogether, I think I'm getting a much healthier bit rate, a much healthier frame rate. I think really it has been pretty good, this Ethernet thing, you know. Ethernet is good. Praise be to the Ethernet. And I can see as these armies are much more experienced and reacting much more quickly, and that's what we like to see. They've been in a few battles now, so they know what they're doing. They're not going to be too awkward about doing it. So we got even more men coming in. It's just going to be ridiculous. Ah, first engagement. What we got? So we have got a entrenched enemy, Smith's Brigade, Richard's Brigade, Wall's Brigade, and some artillery pieces. What I am not happy about is the state of obedience in my armies. There's a lot of officers who are no longer listening to my brigade commanders, which is problematic. So it's nice to see the AI's been thinking. They have set up a defense trench position over this walkway, which means that it has been means basically that it's going to be much more difficult to take. They could have, of course, just put entrenchment anywhere, but you can see the logic where that entrenchment is. That's the only sort of main route over. So these guys are going to get bombarded for a little bit until I've got my units into position. Next army, 2nd Division, 1st Corps. You're going to be moving up north with me. Can you do that without breaking on me, just about? Okay, and our first engagement. Hopefully that will be a quick cannon destroyed. I'm going to order that brigade to charge. It is an elite unit under Robert C. Schenck, so fingers crossed this goes rather well. Let's go to my audio options, actually, and turn up that music, turn up that sound. I am aware that sound is not as high as you boys would like it. Oh, here we go. A milky smooth 25. That's what we want to see. Yeah, should be about right. All these little stealth patches fucking me up. So, okay, Schenck, don't let the team down. I think they're going to make it. Now you're winning, son. I think you are going to be winning. Yes. How many casualties? 29 casualties, okay. Okay, it looks like... Okay. Looks like, are they abandoning these positions? Maybe they are, I don't know. Still don't really want to move forward yet until my most of my armies are in a healthy fighting line. Artillery can move forward to here. think that artillery is going to be a nice healthy position there to fire down on that flank. Whoa. What's going on here? I don't know. Let's just click the buttons and find out. That was interesting. I'm so paranoid about audio now. I need the best audio. Here you go. More motion sickness for the boys. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Start moving this division over. I'm going to be a bit cocky. I'm going to be highly aggressive. I don't know how I got artillery piece. I think we captured it. I'm going to start flanking around that position. You guys in, start moving forward. High maximum effort, boys. I think we've got the range advantage because I think we've got the weapons advantage, so I don't see a point in being too passive. What on earth are you? You are artillery. Engagements? Where's the engagements? No idea. So that's a healthy chunk of men in this corps. Oh my god, I can see this being a disaster. With all these different commanders just doing their own thing, this could be a complete nightmare. Okay, what I need from you, 5th Division, is I need a flanking action. Over here, we've got we've got so many armies, but it's just going to be absolute chaos as everything moves in at a slow and steady pace. Strat, if you tell them to change the direction they're facing, they'll immediately cancel their order. So if you want to be a bit of a cheesy boy, you can do that. Again, it's a bit of a common sense. If they're right next to you, of course they would change. Of course, you would change direction and start firing. You wouldn't just keep on mindlessly following the order. So I don't think it's too cheesy. I don't think it's too verboten. Okay, we need a charge here. So good work from Porter. He's probably the only person actually following the orders of David Hunter. Oh no, David Hunter's a different dude. It's Tyler. Tyler was just unliked, unwanted, undesired, or old Tyler. That's what you get from having two successful commanders. We're ready to engage, are we, boys? What have we got? Dr. Jones. I mean, Dr. Jones, but I call him Dr. Jones. Stop what you're doing. Don't retreat, just change direction you're facing. Face this way, retreat that way. That cannon is going to be a big old nightmare. So Mr. Keys, if you would like to do me the pleasure of following that order. You guys need to seriously pull your fingers out. This complete breakdown of everything going on right now. Complete breakdown in command and control. Tyler, I'm sorry, but you may have to get replaced. Orders, but the army's so spread out it's going to take ages, probably the whole day, to get this army to move forward. I just want to capture Richmond, is that so hard? People need to get sacked. This brigade is a disaster. I have no idea what this brigade is doing. It is just a complete disaster. Not brigade, division, but you know what I mean. This is a clusterfuck. Flank is being ripped apart by that cannon, and the other brigade commanders are refusing to assist. Move on down. These armies aren't going to be getting anywhere near the objective by the end of the day, I don't think. I think it's going to be day one to the Confederacy, and hopefully my overwhelming numbers will win us today for the next day two. It's a disaster. Absolute unparalleled disaster. But we have dislodged the cannons, and that was, I think, mostly due to Schenk. That was all Schenk's work, so Schenk, you're probably getting a good news. I mean, really good work from Schenk. Everyone else, however, Tyler has to go. I'm sorry, Tyler, but you've got no authority over your divisions, over your brigade commanders. Some use of cannon here for the quite close to the front line, always part of the brigade or part of the division. Quite effective actually. Save us, is that most of this front has really good equipment. You've got rifle musket, whereas the Confederacy don't have that. Apart from this horse musket, they've got reboard muskets, but they know. But I would have plain rifles. That's going to save us. This is a particularly well-equipped division. Interesting formation. very good commander here. He's back unit. He's able to reform from what we're going to be a route to successfully reinforce and hold a position long enough for my more unruly commanders to actually do their job. The cannons up. Almost. One of those cannons nice and close. Once we get them on Gaines Mill, probably golden. I am worried that there will be more Confederate troops marching in to reinforce, but fingers crossed my reinforcing corps / armies will be there to counter that. Flanking going on with these. We'll have the natural advantage, we'll have the actual advantage. Armstrong. Where are you, Armstrong? In fact, Armstrong will be this fellow. Oh, he's not. Oh, Armstrong. How about if I turn you into iron discipline? Oh no, you've already routed. Don't blame you. Don't blame you, really. Big old line battle going on here. Start marching forward. And they actually lose it because they'll have more archer fire on one decisive point, whereas my archer fire sort of up in the air. But I'm having always win by sheer numbers. Oh god, we're going to middle. They'll probably repeat you, not charge you. I want to get you in cover. There you go, that's what I wanted to do. I don't think you're right. I think you're good enough to maintain your profusion. Finally, where are you at? Gibson's on his way with his division. Very good units here. Right, you're in cover. That looks like a lot like cover. I'm not going to complain. If you think that's cover, that's cover. This is just a trading match here. It's going to be a very costly trading match. What are you doing, Cav? Come over here. Let's do something. Anything. Hey, Robinson's reboard musket is on the way. Keep up the good work. What? Oh god, at first I thought it was going to be like a crack division. It's not at all. It's equipped like potatoes. Well done, potato division. At least you've joined the battle. There's a lot of slaughter going on there. I just can't see it because of the fucking bushes. Look at that. A lot of slaughter there. The artillery moves up, so hopefully that will be everyone on tap. Sherman, find the split. And you're no longer a track unit because I suspect we'll be off the coming in then. There's a lesson here, Sherman. Do you know what that lesson is? Choose your fold. So you got to push them off this entrenching position. I think I've already asked good luck of you, but if you can, stop this madness. It doesn't help that these cannons are there. No one shank. You're a crack unit. At least Richard's actually joined the battle. What was he fed up about? He's pretty much fed up about everything. Under to do fire, flanking fire, high fatigue, unit cohesion suffering. That's a bloody fight over here, but it's all because of these brigade commanders just refused their orders. It would have been an easy win if they just did as they were told. I'm getting more routes on this front. We are winning, hoping it's because of casualties. This is insane. This is point flanking over this river. Why would this guy run? Charlie Tyler have to go. I don't think it's Tyler's fault, but as he can't control his brigade commanders, and it's just getting my entire division is butchered. Entire brigade's butchered. Hey, if you can fire, you can fire. I'm not gonna hold you back. I don't think the Confederate reinforcements have arrived yet. That's probably why I'm winning. The Brexit brigade surrendered, eh? I think there was a brigade over here that surrendered. $2,000 men. Please. Please. Do as I tell you. Okay, they're falling back. They're falling back. Let's take a look at the casualties. 11,000, 6,000. They took more casualties, but yeah, and they haven't had their full army reinforced. So it's only one corps they've currently got onto on the battle, I believe. Yeah. Army of Northern Virginia. They're arriving in 3 hours, so what we're able to do is we're able to crush the Army of the Potomac. Oh wait, that's the Union. No. Oh no, that's not. It is. Yeah. So we basically crushed the Confederate army before its reinforcements could arrive. So that's why you're not seeing the large-scale battle. First Corps must march your. Hey, I can live with that. I can live with that. So not the be-all end-all battle for Richmond, that's what we were expecting, but it would be. But it goes to show that you can win a battle against overwhelming odds if you do destroy the corps before their reinforcements arrive. So if you're the Confederacy and you've got a larger starting army than the Union, but the Union has more overwhelming odds later on in the battle, you can actually win a battle against, on paper, more significant numbers if you act very aggressively at the start of the battle. So yeah, as you can see, 39,000, not their entire army hasn't shown up yet. But they lost a lot of men. I lost probably more than I should have in that engagement, if I'm honest. That was mostly due to my brigade commanders that just stopped doing as they were told, just refused orders. So I need to sort that out. So Tyler has to go. Tyler has to go. I can't do anything about it. Tyler has to, because I can't have a whole division that's refusing to do what I tell it in the middle of a battle. We were lucky that time because the Confederates didn't have a large amount of men on the field. But if it gets to a later stage in the battle, in the campaign, and there's tons of them, I can't afford to have a whole division just making holes in the line, not attacking when I need them to attack. Is that 1 hour? Let's take a look. It was 46 minutes, just in time, I think. Before we finish, I want to set up my armies. So it was Tyler, wasn't it? I can't remember what army it was under. Brookwood, Henderson, Mitt, Blair, Lyle, Sergeant. Let's make sure I upgrade all of these. Lucas, Trimble, Smith, Cadwallader. Tyler. You have to get replaced, Tyler, I'm sorry. I'm going to replace him with Schenk, so we're going to do a bit of a shuffle here. So where's Schenk? So I've currently got a Stockton and Schenk you're getting replaced out. With Miles, I guess. I'll just replace with anything because Schenk is now going to be my big boy. Tyler, Gibson, where's Schenk? I think I can search his name, can't I? Schenk. Sherman, Fisher, Sheridan, Richmond, Sherman. Give me Schenk. Where is he? What have you done with my Schenk? Ah. Any who can be in charge here. What were you doing over there? No. What? Come on now. That's Sherman. That's not Sherman. Thomas Sherman. God. I will find you, Shank. Shanky, where are you? Custer, Watkins, S. H. H, give me a H. Pretty mad right now that I can't find Shank. Let's go get off Shanky. Experience. There he is. Oh, that's why I misspelled Shank. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, Shank, you are now going to be upgraded to the leader of the 1st Division under Dixon Miles, apparently. We don't know why Dixon Miles is in charge of the army of Northwestern Virginia. No idea why. I don't think we're going to have that Grant takeover. Upgrade this bad boy. We continue to siege Richmond. Quite a disappointing battle, but again, historically the battle for Richmond was pretty disappointing as well. As a siege followed by a mass retreat by the Confederates. It's a big old army. Altogether we have got 40, 80, 120, about 150,000 men. Ah, Richmond is ours. Meanwhile, over here. What's going on over here? Any movement by these corps? No. That's good. We are going to hopefully help nudge the AI into doing something over here. Maybe push them out so they can actually reorg their armies. Otherwise it wouldn't be fair, would it? So as you can see, National Morale taking a massive blow for the Confederacy because they lost Richmond. Even though they apparently have overwhelming numbers, but I haven't seen that, if I'm honest. Don't know where their overwhelming numbers are coming from. Alright, you were supposed to be building a supply depot, which you have, okay. So what we'll do is we will build ourselves a lovely little fort at Richmond. Which army to build it? You're going to be building that fort for me. And these armies are somewhat ready, and their supplies aren't that bad either. Let's keep upgrading the supply base at Richmond, now that we know how to. Oh right, I need to pick a policy. But no, what's 1863? Historically, abolition not till 1864, I believe. So I guess we're just going to... what to do? Revenue Act, yeah, let's just get more monies. More monies! Alright, and yes, we're going to do the Sherman Special. It's 1863 now, so I suppose we'll do the Sherman Special. What state are we in? Okay, Mississippi. Sorry about this, Mississippi. But I want to end this war as soon as possible. So if you want to reduce national support, you can do raiding with your cavalry. And this will burn down enemy infrastructure and get supplies. And this will also do some skirmishing. This will piss off the population, and it will affect their support if it continues, if basically this army isn't stopped. So it's a good way to reduce the reduce war support. So now we're going to be raiding away. And we'll once again build another supply point. Supply depot over here. And a fort here. So you could technically just have whole cavalry armies. I have done this before. Oh, hello, what's this? Let me put you down. I don't really want to fight this because it's only 20,000 men versus 99,000. I think I'm just going to auto-resolve this bad boy. I think they're stuck, so I've got no choice but to fight it, so auto-resolve it. Yeah. Okay. And there's more battles over Richmond apparently. Is that Richmond? Yeah, it's over Richmond. What's Grant doing? Okay, there's Grant here, he's just chilling. Had no movement from these armies whatsoever. That indicates to me I'm of a passive force. So hopefully this will have forced some movement from these armies. So I've got overwhelming superiority in numbers. It's going to take me a few hours. They've got 33,000. It's going to take them a whole day to... but I don't really want to auto-resolve because it seems a bit cheap to fight an auto-resolve, but I've got you know what, I'm going to auto-resolve it. Let's be honest, I'm not going to lose this. Let's retreat and run away while I build my forts, okay? Okay, well, I think what's happened here is this is more luck rather than strategic genius. I've more or less cut off a ridiculous amount of Confederate army from the rest of the Confederacy. So they're stuck. They can't retreat. So they're going to keep on bomb rushing into me and dying en masse. We'll see. Okay, there we go. Some of them have got away. Run away! What sort of casualties have we got? 10,000, 1,000, 1,000, 6,000. Okay. And the siege, where are we getting sieged? Oh, over here. This army's not doing anything. Oh, it's all that bad boy. Be interested to see if you lose that. Win it for me, Big Shag. Win me this war. I demand it. Are we winning? Yes, we are. Okay. And the reason why I'm not fighting this is because I'm pretty sure the AI was bugged here because of the introduction of readiness, so they're stranded in Missouri. So I just want to push these guys back south so they actually do something with their lives. Okay, are we building ourselves a juicy little fort? No, we're not. Give me a fort. Give me a fort now. You know what? Fine, have a fort. We'll play it risky. Are we taking Memphis? Can't tell because of this pain in the ass with red thing. Okay, apparently when you're raiding you can't Confederacy impressing supplies and slaves. Slaves to free rights. Okay, right. So this is where, of course, the Confederacy gets desperate. I think historically it did do this, the Confederacy. They did indeed use the slave labour to basically be the logistics and the sort of fortification builders, while the white Confederate troops were used as frontline soldiers. So they effectively had a large pool of slave labour to build their fortifications and the logistics system. But this is interesting. It looks like you can't raid and take a city at the same time. No, before you could just take a city straight away, but now you've actually got to fight for the city and capture it, meaning that of course it takes a little bit longer to go on aggressive campaigns. Over here, you should be winning this. I'm not going to even look at you. I know I'm getting a ton of casualties, but I couldn't care less. Custer, come on, Custer. Don't make me have to fight this battle. Custer. Okay, let's stop, because apparently that army is morphed into... What's going on here? What sort of army is this? Okay, we're fighting it. Fine, we're getting sucked into fighting it. Because at one stage it was saying 100,000 men, now it's saying 20,000 Confederate troops. But that's too costly. I'm not gonna let the auto-resolve screw me over. Like it has here. Okay. Let's look at army size. 30,000 to 16,000. We can't be losing this. Why is so much of my army broken? Custer. I've had no luck on this in this part of the Civil War. Everything to the west has been nothing but disaster. It's just a ragtag mess. What have you done, Custer? Why is my entire army routing, Custer? Well, guess where you're going for the rest of the war? You're going to be fighting Indians. Good luck. So what has happened there was, because of the siege, all these troops were completely demoralised and did not want to fight. And so I had a whole army of surrendering brigades retreating en masse. So I couldn't actually. I think I had one loyal artillery piece still fighting. So that's not happening. I'm not going to try and win the battle with one artillery piece. I don't know if that's a bug or that was intended, but all I know is Custer is not going to. It's going to succeed in a long line of Western theatre generals by being replaced. Thank you very much, Custer. I gave you one job. Who would win? 50,000 Confederates, 50,000 Union troops with the best equipment, who've been sitting around for like 3 years doing nothing, versus 2 corps of starved Confederate troops numbering 16,000 men. Let's get out of my sight, Custer. Okay, London. I remember that. That's a complete disaster. A complete fucking disaster. It's June 1863. I can be more aggressive. So I have 2 choices here. I can either end the campaigning season at Richmond and then move on for another year of war, or I can either send 2 armies, 30,000, 30, 40, about 50,000 men, to push over and try and win this battle on in the peninsula. Or I can move them south, try and win the battle and take Petersburg. I'm going to wait till July, and that's when I'll make my move. That's not... Come on now. You know what I'm trying to get my finger on. You know what? We'll leave it at that. I'm not even going to bother looking. But we have a lot of casualties. That's why I don't like a lot of casualties. So, I don't know what to do. Memphis is taken. That's nice. We can start moving south now. Take Grenada. Vicksburg. Baton Rouge and New Orleans. But before I forget, Custer, you're out. Who's next to get the curse? Tyler? How about you, Tyler? Maybe you can redeem yourself. I do. Oh, you've been defamed. No, sorry, Tyler. Winfried Scott. I think I did call out Winfried Scott previously, but he let the team down a little bit. Yeah, it's about time I've got some new blood in. That should be working. No way, I can't assign you because you've already been assigned. What are we thinking, boys? What are we thinking? Summoner, Hooker, trying to think of anyone whose name I can remember. Gibson, do you want to have a go at this? Oh, you're a volunteer, why not? Make you proud, Gibson. Try and salvage this theatre. Grant. What's wrong, Grant? Okay, let's build a fort over here. What are we thinking, Grant? You think you can pull it back off? 18,000 men casualties. We're going to raise another army in Washington. Let's go for a rather large cause. I don't particularly want to use this cause, if I'm honest. Horse-drawn cavalry, of course. Horse-drawn cavalry, horse-drawn artillery, what am I talking about? What sort of manpower are we looking at? Still pretty healthy on the manpower front in terms of new recruits, which is good. I think with muskets, it's workable. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. Move this bad boy down. Come on, South. Come on down. And first corps over here. Okay, I'm going to make sure I fight every battle on the Western Theatre because these guys are pants. Guys just don't know what they're doing. These amateurs on the Western Theatre, on the Eastern Front. Looks like the Battle of Richmond is not over yet. I am going to wait till July time before I do another battle to make sure all my troops are in position. Because it's still got a very loose area of control. I think Grant may have left a bit prematurely here, if I'm honest. If I could just get my finger on this guy. 9,000 men. I guess knew what you were. I don't know what army that is because I don't know how big it is at all. That's 18,000 men. 30, 40, 50. Also, policy-wise, we are going to do Enrollment Act 2 because the numbers are getting ridiculously high. We are winning, just about. are you doing army-wise? Better. But I can't trust these numbers because again it says I've got excessive casualties when I don't. Yeah, almost built. Which I think is a result of a little bit of a bug, but hey ho. So McClellan, you're just on a tour of the South. And there's been no engagements with you, McClellan, and you've just been living a dream, just chilling out, going See, what you need to do, McClellan, is you need to march where the enemy isn't there, and that way you'll never be disappointed. Which is probably a bit of a negative aspect, is that the Confederate AI is not reacting to this army that's marching through its Confederate heartland. But it may be a result of the readiness, so I may have to restart the game, but if I was to restart it, I probably would go and play a Confederate game, so to speak. What's going on over here? Alright, it's June still. We need to wait before we have another standoff for the Confederacy. What is wrong with you? The army of the Susquehanna, hey? Have you really got that many casualties? Don't like that. Economically, we're still even Stevens. How about these armies? You guys happy? No. Oh, your readiness is shit, so I won't be using you for this year. I'm so angry. This might be bugged. Because it says it's got full provisions, full supply. So apparently it's got low food even though it's got plenty of food. Oh, we'll wait till the 15th of July. If I don't see any marked improvement then I'm going to keep going, McClellan. Oh, you ran out of food, McClellan. Don't keep going. Just chill there. Just chill there for now. As you slowly starve to death. I mean, supply is going up, so maybe it's not that bad. It is the 8th of July. Let's keep waiting. Just keep waiting for this to end. Five days for Operation Get the Fuck Out of Richmond, please. No rocket landing. Fuck off. I'm building so many forts. Invasion of Waikato. British on the move in New Zealand. Maori tribes under attack. Kinjit warriors launching raids. Maoris required to take an oath. There you go. A little bit of knowledge for you all. I don't believe the attrition numbers. We're going in. Alright, is clashing with Union armed soldiers. Don't worry about it. Let's give them an extra $15. Are we good? Yeah, I don't believe the casualty figures. I also don't believe the Confederate Army numbers either. I don't believe either of these things. Okay. I think you can't watch this anymore. You've got to watch the numbers up here, and if you see the numbers go up or go down here, that's where that's where you're gonna get your combat indicator about casualties with this current patch. 2 Japanese ships sunk, foreign shipping attacked. Okay. Apparently we're beating up some Japs. Well, I think it did achieve the desired aim to push out the Confederate armies, so, you know, it's swings and roundabouts really. I do have to move down here. I pushed them completely out of Missouri, but all in good time. First things first, you've got a bit bigger fish to fry. You've got another Battle of Richmond going on. You know what I want? Grant's got the largest army. He should have the honours of fighting the engagement. Move on in. There we go. Ah, here's the beauty. So what have we got? The Army of Northwestern Virginia, Army of Pennsylvania, 1st Corps, Battle of Pennsylvania, Army of Northern Virginia, Warren's Corps. So they're going to have 42,000 men at the start of the battle. I'm going to have 45,000. It's going to be even Stevens, and then that doesn't even count as an army. Don't worry about that. And then eventually they're going to slowly get numerical superiority. So I probably do have to win pretty early on. Who's leading this? What's your name, Big Shag? George A. Portersfield. He's 40 years old. Infamous, cautious, distinguished, mediocre administrator. Cunning is foreseeable and has got pre-war experience, whereas Granty boy here. Professional officer, infantry, pre-war experience, distinguished and aggressive, and he's got legendary fame. Let's play it. I have a sinking suspicion there's going to be a lot of these battles going on, 100,000 either side, just smashing into each other over Richmond until one side just loses national morale. It will be alright if it turns out alright, if not, someone will suffer. Like Missionary Ridge near Chattanooga, Virginia. Okay, Mr. Grant. Mr. G. I swear to God, this has to be the last battle. I've got work in the morning. But I don't want to save it and have the game bug out and not giving me the accurate numbers next time we fight. I think it's been very, very effective in the middle, in the centre of the campaign and on the eastern front, but on the west there's been nothing but disasters. Like every campaign we have had on the western front has been nothing but disaster. It's consistent defeats or routs or starvation. Long load. Some stretch the legs. Load me up, Scotty. If it takes this long to load with an SSD, then I'd hate to find out how long it would load with a HD or HDD, or whatever it is, HHD. Is this a bug? I think it may be a bug. 0 men, 0 guns. Okay. Interesting. No. There we go. So give me a nice, sweet extended line, as per usual. You know the drill. Get them firing at long range. A lot of fighting going over the same objectives. But we're gonna have, again, the same sort of pincer movement here. Let's see if the AI does anything different. Fingers crossed, eh? Come on, you can do it. There we go. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. And then I'll tell my artillery to stop what they're doing. Stop what you're doing, artillery. So I can tell you to go over here. Orders are going out, and it looks good. It looks like we're not getting any sort of revolts or riots because Schenk's taken over. Where is Schenky boy? Oh, apart from Keys playing up, but that's fine. It's better than what it was before. Track units, eh? Yeah, you can't trust the casualty figures right now. That's not right. Like these armies, and they're not that badly injured. These divisions, these brigades, so to speak. You know, it says on paper that half my army is dead, but actually it's not. Why you have to lie, game? Ah. This may be problematic. Enemy reinforcements coming from potentially here, 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 and here. This may be problematic. Don't want to leave a core here. It may bite me in the ass. I think they're mostly going to be around here at the start of the battle because these are where all the objectives are. So I'm hoping that I can win initially with this army or this core before the reinforcing Confederate corps turn up. And you can tell that by these little arrows. It basically says the enemy armies can arrive here. So if you want to find out where your enemy is most likely going to be, you got here, here. Just check these little red lines. All right, who's turned up? May actually try and get some full-on encirclements in this battle. Because I need to wipe out these armies now just to destroy the Confederates' morale. I mean, we're on the way, it's working, we're slowly destroying their morale, but it's just taking a lot of time. It's already 1863. But so far, just no update. I will say that the game was going pretty well. I like the new readiness mechanic, but I think the Confederate AI might be a little bit bugged because the armies in the Western Theatre and in the centre, rather large Confederate armies, aren't doing anything and they're not reacting to my invasions. So I think it may be a result of the patch coming into effect halfway through my campaign, but I suppose we'll find out when I do a Confederate campaign. However, so far I have been enjoying the new readiness mechanic. It has slowed down the engagements and actually given me a long war, as opposed to what was normally winning the war by 1862, just by YOLOing down to Florida. It's a lot of divisions, a lot of armies. Oh shit. Interesting. That's why I'm sending these armies in. Or this army, the Department of Pennsylvania. Also, artillery may be a little bit OP. We find the artillery can sometimes be a tad too powerful. But, yeah. I wonder whose command that is. Another big old army. Too many men on the field. Give me back to 30,000 days. Game's breaking, game stops breaking. Thank you. Alright, what we got? Artillery moving down the road, running it straight into Mr. Keys. Oh, Mr. Keys, what are you going to do? Okay. I can agree with that strategy. He's gone into extended line. This is not good. You want to fire? You want to fire, Mr. Keys? I do recommend you fire. I'll just charge. Just do something, Mr. Keys. Shit. Maybe charging was not the DS answer. Wow, that's a pretty effective volley. How many casualties was that? Okay. Apparently no casualties. I don't believe that because there's a load of people lying on the floor, so... The artillery's just been left completely out in the open. But they have got a rout off me. You know. Only 63 casualties. Why was a rout? Why did you rout on me? Those cannons are fucking me up. You need to do something about these cannons right now. I just have two quote-unquote crack units just routing me. Being very aggressive AI. Like very aggressive. Good. You sound like skirmishers. Interesting. Fine, I can live with that. I can live with that. Charge it. I can't. His artillery's undefended. I can't just let them continue to blab me. Both artillery pieces are just smashed my... These armies are just collapsing. Both artillery pieces. Oh, fuck. First engagement. Retreat back there. Cavalry up on the right flank. Maybe get some cheeky flanks round if we're lucky. It's not good. It's not looking good. The Department of Pennsylvania has turned up late. I'll give this guy iron discipline. What is going on? The first day has not gone in the unit's favour. Too many cowards. Too many cowards. I wonder if that's one way you can cheese the game is having nothing but artillery. This is an entire battery, an entire army of artillery, Confederate artillery. Do something, guys, do something. Just destroy that. It's getting too dark to fight. It's not going well. What's my casualty figures like? Well, not bad actually, not bad. I mean, it still says we took considerably more, but not that. It's not really to do. It's just the morale of my units. It's awful. Cavalry, move forward. Reboard muskets. I should remember to actually upgrade you manually. So many artillery, it's just going to be a nothing but a turbo route. Let's go for a little bit of accuracy. Change my sharpshooters. Burnside. Nothing really to see here this year. Just attachments, nothing to be worried about. I actually don't mind skirmishers that competitive, if I'm honest. They're a nuisance, but they're not something to be too worried about. Massive Confederate army under Terry. Looks like their reinforcements have arrived. Sharpshooters every day, all day. It's nearly midnight, or nearly at the end of the day. Fingers crossed I can have these guys on the route before then. maybe the audio is a bit too loud. Oh god, it is awfully loud. Why did no one tell me about this? It's me talking along, no one can bloody hear me. There we go, that's a healthier number. Or the world's loudest battle. Yeah, let me just turn this down a little bit more. There we go. That's the reinforcing army. This is nothing but a mess of grape shot. Lovely. Okay, Burnside's freaking out. Playing these big old battles. I'm such a fucking amateur when it comes to streaming. It's just like, yeah, here's these ridiculously loud audio. Enjoy. I'm out. This is why I've got to leave my stream playing in the background, otherwise I'll just end up fucking up. I always have a stream playing in the background. That's my little tip for you. Don't do what I do. Don't be like I be. But then again, my mic is picking up my voice on the iPad. Oh, first world problems. Finally. And will we go over here? Can I crush this before they withdraw? I believe so. Day is fallen, thank God for that. Oh, these are absolutely awful. These are awful reinforcement circles. Garbage, absolutely garbage. Let's move this artillery a little bit closer. This army now needs to sort itself out. You were onto something good, and now you're no longer onto something good. Fuck. How do I sort this out? One thing at a time. We need to destroy this epoxy little detachment that's causing no end of bother. And this, whatever this is, needs to sort itself out as well. This cancerous little artillery circle is just awful. It needs to go. It needs to go away. It reminds me of Empire Total War, where you just like set up a circle around your artillery and just delete any armies that come near you. Things aren't going very well. We haven't destroyed the army in detail, the enemy Confederate army in detail, but they've got reinforcements coming up. Fortunately, these boys are equipped with Maynard carbines, so they're going to do some sweet damage. You guys need to retreat. Form yourselves a sweet little line over here. And artillery needs to do anything but go on the front line. Why is that artillery on the front line? Jesus Christ. Like, oh my god, just like totally retreat. This hornet's nest lived longer than it had any right to. We have a problem. And that problem is that flank up in the air. Also, Buell refuses to retreat, which is another problem in itself. Thank you, Buell. Jesus Christ. Confederate right flank, Jesus. Where are you guys going? I ordered you to move over here. I ordered the artillery to not go over there. We got problems. My right flank is completely gone. Retreat it. Hopefully I've got some form of cohesion. I don't. All my divisions are split up. What are you doing? These POWs are slowing down the reinforcing army. I have an entire Confederate corps to my south. It's not looking good. Enemy brigade retreated. Keep retreating. We gotta keep retreating. That is a completely broken front. At this stage, I don't care if artillery is on the far right flank. Just move over. Take your orders and move over, for the love of God. It's just such a fragile line compared to what they've got. As long as I don't attack, I'll have enough time to reinforce. If they attack, then we've got problems. They just refuse to move. It's taking too long. This army of Pennsylvania is just not going anywhere. Parliament, Pennsylvania. And each time they encounter there, they just halt, they stop moving. They encounter those retreating units like, okay, we'll just stop. The POWs are slowing us down so badly. What's the casualties like? Apparently they've got 17,000 casualties, so I still think it's worth the fight. More artillery, we're getting artillery advantage, the armies are moving into position now, we will be able to counterattack soon. This is a separate corps. We're just going to punch through. I don't know if there's two armies of Pennsylvania that's screwing me up, or one big army of Pennsylvania. I have to keep on giving them conflicting orders. That's probably what I'm doing. Now we wait. And they'll wait until the rest of the armies form up. More reinforcing corps. Looks like the Confederacy is also moving its armies up. But we do have the artillery advantage. We've got nothing but hordes of artillery. I mean, look at that battery. Sorry, bro. Sorry about the house, bro. So it took us 3 hours of in-game time to actually get these armies back into a acceptable formation to begin fighting. Okay, I think we're ready. Almost. We're almost ready to actually begin maneuvers. It took that long in the chaos. I know we've got a rogue brigade just still making its way forward. Are they going to form the Uber blob? Let's begin engagement. A general advance along the front line. Here we go, the battle of the war. I don't like this map. It's just too cloggy. And I don't like having artillery pieces attached to my infantry brigades. Get us across the river, boys. Nothing to be worried about this yet, just detachments. My frame rate is just dumped. It's gone the way to doo-doo. Come on. Crash into him. Shores attachment, 2nd Brigade. Move up. Ugh. There's no strategy going on there. It's just a smash into an all-round push-up and then one massive front line. This is good. This is a very good push against this this brigade, so to speak. Cut them off as they're crossing the river. Get nice and close to these boys. I want casualties. That's a slaughter. Everyone is losing men The nature of the beast. His attachments are destroying any cohesion I have. There's nothing left of this. That's wiped. It's not funny about here. I want to destroy the Confederate army in this battle. There we go, that's what I wanted. That's a lot of captured Confederate troops there. I can worry about upgrading these boys after the battle. What a mess. What a mess. Southern Army is more or less wiped. It's the Northern Army I've got to deal with now. So let's sort this shit out. That's it. That's the ticket. This is why it's been such a clusterfuck. I've got 3 armies, about 40,000 each size, just amassed. No fucking about here. At the day's start, we're just going to crash into the Confederate right. Advance. If I don't see troops moving, that means we're not winning. Well done, Robinson. You've got the furthest. It can't be a mile of feet. In fact, I'm doing copious amounts of damage to him. Come on, right flank. Give me that retreat. It's so late now, guys. I gotta go to bed, but I want to finish this battle. So that's why I'm going at that 10 speed. Give me a general advance, guys. Let's give me a general advance. These Confederates are just... This has been a really bad tactical engagement for me. There's been no sort of command and control. Like, it's been a cluster from the start. This is our Fredericksburg, just charging headlong into the enemy. I think I am fragmenting them from the sheer stupidity of the situation. These officers are just completely demoralized. They're just retreating. Like, these have got orders to retreat, and I have no idea why they're retreating. It's just complete demoralization from my officers. They don't want to keep on charging. I don't blame them. Yeah, this entire division is just withdrawn back. And 20, god damn, I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. I need a Moff Gaines Mill. Need these guys back over to Old Cold Harbor. I think they are retreating. I think the Confederate army is now retreating. Like, look at that, that army is in retreat. It's not like the lag is unbearable now. The frame rate drop. Entire brigades are surrendering. This was a bloody battle. Just by sheer chaos and incompetence, I've single-handedly lost most of my army. And I don't want to look at the character figures. I don't even think they're going to be accurate. $93,000 men. Oh wait, that's 22,000 casualties, 72,000 apparently of that's missing. So it's also people who ran away. So I think it's wounded. That's the most important one. 13,000 wounded, 47,000 wounded. Like, we've still done more damage to the Confederacy, but the amount of casualties we took was exceptionally high. It wasn't worth it. It was a bloody battle, and it was not worth it. Charge it. Charge it. Charge it. Charge it. Chase them to the end of the map. Good, you want to stay of route. Doesn't really matter. What a disaster. Like the last remnant of their armies. Send the last functional division out to kill this. And their final core, which is slowly moving up this way, which I don't like. Go away, boys. Charge it. Charge it. Charge it. Is that it? I think so. I have no idea what happened to my cavalry brigades. I assume it just got crushed. Nothing but pure disaster. So what do I think happened in that battle? I think really, due to real life time constraints, I didn't do as well as I could have done. If I had a bit more time, I could have perhaps had more of an accurate game, or more of a tactical game. But sadly, I didn't really have the resources to do it. Because there's so many troops on the field now, I'm actually running out of room on a map to maneuver. So it's leading to this sort of chaos where I've got so many divisions mixed together. That they're no longer really being cohesive. It's just pure tactical chaos. So what I need to do is potentially create a couple of lines now and use the first army, then cycle through to the second army, rather than trying to use all my armies at once. It might be more intelligent to use them piecemeal. So I'm glad this battle's over, because it was a disaster, really. It was literally just frontal charges. Still, we've done a healthy bit of damage to the Confederacy because of that. Because we did fragment them, but we just took a lot of casualties we didn't really need to take ourselves. But again, historically, I suppose the Union did that many a time. Like 24,000 casualties. That's about 20% of my army. They lost 70,000 though, but again, it's wounded and missing, so it's not really an accurate representation of events. So fingers crossed, this will be the end of the fight for Richmond, and they'll stop throwing themselves at us. That's fingers crossed, but we'll see. We'll see. Not the best battle. But you could tell I was on 10 speed most of the time, because it's 10:30 tonight, guys. I gotta get to bed. So I'll do a tactical recap. I'll maybe go a couple of days, and then I'll upload this to YouTube, and that'll be me done for the day. Because I am knackered, and I'm working tomorrow, and I shouldn't be knackered. Still, 11 o'clock is not the worst time to go to bed at, I suppose. Load me up, Scotty. I need to save this. I need to save this bad boy. More victories of rockets landing. I don't want to look at this anymore. So they've had 70,000 casualty, but only 8,200 killed and actually 3,900 captured, so casualties don't actually count wounded. So they'll get those troops back, sadly. Well, let's sort these armies first before I go to bed. So, Army of Northwest Virginia. Why are you full of garbage? Like, why have you got reboard muskets? I have a Springfield musket. There we go. Where's the oiks with cannons where they shouldn't have? Who's got cannons where they shouldn't have? Who knows? Who knows? All I know is this is a dirty battle. So, strategic situation, we have taken Richmond again, but we're constantly fighting battles over it. We've got casualties out the arse, and I think we're going to keep on having constant battles over this territory. So altogether we have 35,000 men in this army. I am going to keep on adding more troops. Over here, the Army of Pennsylvania has assisted. Their readiness is pretty high, which is nice. We actually had two armies. The First Corps and the Department of Pennsylvania, so that's 60,000 men altogether. These armies, they say they're around 70-odd thousand, but because it has so many injured and wounded, it's not that accurate. Over on the left side of the map, McClellan continues to move south, slowly eating up the cutting the Confederacy in half. And over on the west, we're trying to move this army forward to push these guys out of Missouri, but we keep on not doing particularly well in that affair. In terms of national morale, we are winning now considerably on national morale. We keep on winning decisive battles. Our battles won. We've won 11. They've only won 2. And even though they have a very large amount of men fielded, I think this is the AI's not benefit. It's actually the AI's disadvantage, because it means they've got better equipment to use in the battles. Of course, that'll be different when I play or move on to play Confederacy, because that will mean that I'll be playing at a disadvantage in terms of weaponry. 215 casualties, 88,000 casualties. Okay. Economically, it doesn't really mean anything. Militarily speaking, we're fine. And we'll keep recruiting more men. So I think we'll win this by 1864 now that we've taken Richmond. It'll just be a matter of time now. Normally if it's like a total war game, I'd be like, okay, I'll call it GG here. But I suspect you guys want to see the end or the conclusion of this. I think at this stage, national morale is pretty low for the South. And it's just going to get worse once we start. I think once we cut the Confederacy in half, we will win this battle. We'll win and they'll just collapse. Still at the start of the this was a dirty battle. It goes to show that especially on day 2 where the AI did that right flank counterattack, you can see at times when it has got the numbers advantage, it will play aggressive. It will definitely play very, very aggressively against your against you if it believes it's got the advantage, which of course at the time it did, but then I wiped out the reinforcing contingent from the south and then moved on to wipe out the north. But what I need to do is next time I play this, I need to, because the numbers are so large and there's so little room to maneuver now, I've got to just use one army at a time, have like lines and descend them in like waves, rather than this chaos of having all these armies, all these divisions just being thrown at this small group. But still, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. Apologies for the rush towards the end, but it's now 10:44 and I've got work at 8:30 tomorrow, so I need to get some bed. Need to get my head down, have a smoke, have a shower. But I will check the audio. Hopefully I've improved it now. But, if not, then just give me a shout if it's too loud or too quiet, and I will tense and adjust. But ladies and gentlemen, that was me, and I hope you had a good stream as much as I did. So thank you and adieu.